What's up, fam and friends? So I just recorded a video on how to replace a power steering hose that's leaking. Very simple fix, or so it looked like. I left my phone right here because I was pausing and working, or pausing and I was filming and pausing to do the work, and I left the phone right here so long that the phone said closing app or unable to open app because of it being too hot. I thought it at least saved my video, and it didn't. The whole video was gone, so very disappointed. So I'll do a quick run through of what I did. So to get started, you're gonna remove this plastic piece up here if you still got it. You pull this guard off, and what I essentially had was the hose was leaking around this area, and kind of just it left little residue in these areas down here, and it kind of the wind, when it would come into the vehicle, it kind of just blew the fluid in certain spots. So to gain full access of this hose, because it does connect down here to a 10 millimeter bolt, what you will do is you will remove this 10 millimeter bolt for the coolant reservoir, and you'll just lay it to the side, and there's simply two hoses. So let me do this real quick just to show you the access points for this hose, and I'll give you a tip, because it was very hard getting this bottom part out. It looks so simple because of that clamp. Looks like you can just take that hose right out, but it doesn't work that easy. So you'll have two options: whether you just want to replace just the hose by itself instead of replacing the whole piece that Nissan provides. They give you this whole piece at the dealership, even the metal part. This is the part that I took off the car, and it's, essentially it's connected. It's all one piece. But at the dealership, they give you a brand new piece and the hose. Go figure. So you could really just get away with just replacing the hose, but me being me, I want to do the whole setup, and ended up fighting with this down here. But I did get it on. As you can see, it's a brand new piece. Let me take this off so you can see the access point. Wait just a minute. Alright, just took this 8 mil out. I'm sorry, 10 mil out. Pull it up and just lay it here to the side. This coolant reservoir is kind of just on this little thing that sticks up. So your access point, and what I did too is when I undid this clamp, I had a Ziploc bag down here to catch the fluid as it came out of the reservoir. So anyway, this clamp, if you just do it the real easy way, you just take this clamp, remove the hose, which would be the old hose, and put the new hose on by removing it from this whole piece that Nissan provides. But if you want to replace the whole piece as one, get ready to fight just a little bit, because it's not as easy as it looks. You need to keep in mind you got an AC line right here, and you don't want to damage anything, cause any problems with these seals going into the evaporator. That's not good. I did have an AC refill and charge on this car, because it, just over years that just kind of dissipates from lubricating that external ring on the clutch. But anyway, she blows nice and cold and will run you out the car. But another 10 mil, back it off. Have your Ziploc bags ready, and I recommend doing this first. Back that off first. Put your Ziploc bag up under here to catch the fluid. Pull that out, and you got to tug this really hard to get this out. You think that it would be easy, but it's baked on here, I guess, for some reason. Pull that out, and if you're going to replace the whole setup, go ahead and pull this one out too, so that you can have leverage to kind of turn this out of this bottom hose. You want to turn and work that hose, work this aluminum piece out of this hose down here. Once you have gotten this hose free, and get another Ziploc bag, put it down here. Keep in mind this AC line, like I said, if you're gonna do the whole thing. If I could change it, I probably would have just went back and just did the hose only. But anyway, it's said and done. Connect the new hose, and when you remove this clamp, move it down right around this length so that you have clearance, because if you don't move this clamp far enough away, it'll still, it'll be hard to still take this whole piece out, if you will. So move that clamp all the way back so that you can work this piece out. Once that piece is worked out, install your new hose. Then install the hose up here with the clamp. Brake clean all this, and then I also recommend take this out and kind of turn it counterclockwise back and forth. Get a flathead screwdriver and pry at the same time while removing this. Once you get all that squared away, at the end is plug and play. You'll put this in, put that clamp on. This clamp is already attached because it comes as one piece from Nissan, and you will from there put your 10 mil back on, and you'll just button everything back up. You'll put your coolant reservoir back in its slot, and it just kind of just hangs on there. 10 mil back on there. Brake clean any residual, and you're solid as a rock after that point. Top off your system. If your fluid is contaminated from, prying the old hose off, go ahead and just put new fluid in there. There's a screen in here, but to keep the system clean. But I just went ahead and replaced it, even though it was a freshly flushed system. Check for leaks after you're done, and take it for a test drive and see what you get. But if you got some seeping going on right here, you should replace this. And the hose is $13.48 with tax and everything from your Nissan dealer. And the part number is, let's get the part number from my receipt. Oh, let's see here, man. All right. Okay, so here's the part number. 49721JA010. 2000. That's what you need to do, guys. Sorry about this mishap. I learned something. Don't leave your phone directly in the sun if you or for any camera that matter. They're overheated and it can't function. And there was a good repair video, but it didn't save not a drop. Very upset about that. But that's what we got, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Very beautiful day today, and we out. See y'all on the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, by the way, the car was cool. Make sure that this is not hot. This was basically the sun. All I did was pull it out the garage and moved it out here, so the fluid wasn't hot at all. Not a hot engine, not a hot fluid. My phone just simply being left in the sun's heat. So anyway, whole primary thing is just work on a cool system. All right, bye-bye.